Hey you, do you suck at Fortnite like I do? Well, here's a product that could probably help you out in the long run, as it's helped me out in my 10-day course so far. Back to another video, guys. Today I have a review, or my personal review at least, for the Scuff Vantage control that came out about a year ago now or so. The second version of this did just release, but I'm a broke boy and I had to buy the first gen because it was way cheaper now that the second ones came out. But let's get started with the pros of this controller. So number one, I strongly believe that this control, in my user experience, is the best control to actually have, because I'm a big dude. I'm 6'2", I got big ass hands, and an Xbox control has always been my number one pick. I've never really liked PS4 controls, and I believe that the symmetrical joysticks kind of mess me up because it keeps my hands too tight. As far as the actual controller, you do get a lot more benefits because you do get about 6 new buttons. You get the four back paddles. You get the 2 side sax buttons as well. So 6 buttons you can configure to any settings or any key you do choose to use. I'm currently using, or trying to currently use, 4 of the paddles. I use the 2 back ones, and well, actually all 4 back ones I use. I don't use the sax buttons. For my personal experience, I keep pressing it by accident, so it actually messes me up a lot more than it helps. But for some certain people and certain games, I'm sure it helps a lot more to be able to use these additional side keys. Speaking of the side keys, as you can kind of notice, that they should be off on both sides. It's very easy to pop off along with anything on this control, even the little the L2 and R2. You can easily pop them off, put them back on, and lock them on. The build quality of the Scuff Vantage control has actually been very nice to me. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews here and there. The people don't like them. They have a lot of issues with them, connectivity issues, Bluetooth issues, kind of all over the place. So far, I've been lucky to not really experience any that have made me want to send this control back or actually regret buying it. Here and there, I do get a disconnect on my control where I can't press X for a bit for some reason. Maybe that's just a in-game thing and not actually for the control. But it is kind of annoying that sometimes I have to unplug the control, plug it back in, and then it works. Speaking of the control, it is wireless or it is wired connection. I have the wireless one. It comes with a nice braided cable attached to it, so you can plug into your PS4 or PC as well. The only thing that I don't like about having this specific control, maybe it got fixed in the second version, is if you are running this on Bluetooth connection, it runs fine. There's a slightly more fucked up. There's a little more lag on the wireless connection than the wired connection. And also when you're on wireless, if you plug in your headset straight to this control, you actually can't hear anything in the game, which is kind of annoying because I don't want to have this plugged in and then my headset plugged in. But if you do have a wireless headset like my broke ass can't have, then you're in luck, and this control is going to be great because you have no wired connection. As far as the paddles in the back, they're like slightly hard to press. They're not too bad, maybe because I've been using it for about a month now and I've gotten the finger strength or whatever the case may be, but it's really easy to press. These 2 back paddles, the farther ones, are a little harder to press, so if you are going to be mapping anything to those buttons, I suggest it's not something that you're going to be clicking very often because it's hard to repetitively click that. You kind of get stuck even with these back paddles, so keep that in mind. And you know what? To be honest, that's really it. I have no major complaints about this control. I like that it's completely customizable. You can take off the buttons you don't need. You can add extra triggers, tighten everything up on here, which is kind of cool. But if you are really serious about trying to, I guess, step up your gaming like I'm trying to, this for sure helps. It's not going to be the key difference, but for sure having better tools helps you get better at what you like to do. One other thing that I did realize actually today is because I kept getting very irritated with it is, try to show you guys. So back here you have the trigger stoppers right in this bottom little corner, and the trigger stoppers, a lot of people have been putting them like this. So they put it this way, standing up, so that it could work. And I've been reading a lot of reviews that, oh, my trigger stops don't work, they're too loose. And this was my same case, but then I just realized that I'm stupid, and you have to turn it with this bottom portion, the bottom portion closer to the bottom, and it stays very tight, and it won't come off while you're gaming, because that was my issue, that they were coming off while I was gaming, and it would throw off my whole experience. But honestly, it's super cool control. You can buy the standard one. You can get different plates online. You could paint this and customize this to whatever you want to do. It does have removable the vibrating packs in here, the DualShock. I take them off because it actually messes, well, at least I believe that it messes with your game. Feeling the rumble and the vibration in the control throws me off, messes up your accuracy a little bit, and it also makes the control a little bit lighter, and it feels really sturdy in the hand. And honestly, I love this control. It was definitely worth the money. Now this control does go for $170, I believe that it is online, but at the time that I purchased this at GameStop, they were giving a discount because second version came out, so why not? They did knock this down to $100, and for that price, I was like, why not? Picked up the $20 insurance for another year just in case something happens. I can go return it and get a new one, get an exchange, or possibly even my money back if they don't sell these by that time. But that's about it, guys. This control has been really good. It's a good build quality, and honestly, really good for people with big hands, at least in my personal opinion. And 2, which is the Modern Warfare one, I would strongly say you get that one because it's for sure better. They fixed some software stuff happening, some analog stick drifting that happened on occasions as well. It's just another better experience than this control has been. But in my experience, this control has been really good. I have no complaints, and again, this goes my recommendation out to you guys. It's a very well thought out control and built like a mother. So till next time, guys, I'll catch you guys on the next review whenever I can afford to buy something new. But for now, this is the only thing I've bought, and honestly, it's been worth every penny. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.